Good afternoon. How you guys doing? Wednesday, my planner opened up to the 14th, so I wrote my notes on the 14th and realized I just jumped ahead a week. It's actually only the 7th of June. I'm finally getting caught up on my sleep. I just got back from Dallas yesterday morning around 9 o'clock after about 5 or 6 hour delays between two different airports, so that was fun. But yeah, I'm home and had a great time and just ready to get back at it. So I was in Dallas for the Association of Network Marketing Professionals annual conference, which is something I watched the replay to last year and really wanted to be there in person. And so I moved heaven and earth and made it happen. And I got to meet some of the people that I follow and who've inspired me throughout the last 3 years that I've been in the network marketing profession. But the reason I titled it, my Facebook Live, what is this light bulb that you're talking about? I started thinking about the history, some of the major things in history. We look at where we are now in 2017. One of the things we all take for granted is electricity. We wake up in the morning and we need a light on in the bathroom or at nighttime, and we just flick a switch and the light comes on. But at one point in time, when Thomas Edison was creating the light bulb, I mean, he's famous for saying he didn't have 10,000 failures, he had 10,000 ways that didn't work. And so when he was trying to create the light bulb, I can just imagine this man being in the time of history, trying to tell everybody, hey, I want to create this thing, it's going to be a light bulb and there's going to be this electricity and people will be able to see and it's going to illuminate a room. And everyone, I'm sure, thought he was nuts. And there's no way that's going to work and it's going to be all kinds of voodoo or magic stuff and this is just not going to work. But it worked, and we use it now without even thinking it. And in fact, we've gone from the light bulb that he originally created to now LED bulbs that take up next to nothing in electricity. And even our Christmas lights that we used to soak up so much energy, and there are more and more ways on enhancing the light bulb to make it more and more efficient. Yes, it was a bright idea, Vince. You look at the Wright brothers when they wanted to create flight. They started, how many times did they fail? 1 million times probably, and they started with a glider. And now we are going to the moon, and we have space stations, and it's just second nature. We just take it for granted. But at some point in time in history, they thought they were insanely crazy, and if they believed the haters back then, they would have quit. Where would we be in society now? Now we want to go somewhere. We just book a flight and we go. Is there hiccups? It's technology, right? There's always going to be hiccups. I didn't enjoy being delayed for 6 hours, but there are people who've been delayed many more hours than that. But if we didn't have flight, we'd have to drive anywhere, and think of how much time in our life that would use. Those two examples. The other one I thought about was hot air balloons. So Lindenberg is famous for blowing up, and I believe almost everybody, I didn't really do a ton of research, but lots of people died, if not everybody, on that initial flight. You would think that that would put everything to a screeching halt, that that hot air balloon blew up and caught fire and a bunch of people died, but yet it was almost like that put fire underneath them to say, hey, let's make this work. Well, now, not only do we have hot air balloons, and yeah, it's technology, there's things. Shit happens. It does, and it's terrible when there's tragedies and people lose their lives. Absolutely, when there's plane crashes and hot air balloon accidents. But now scientists actually use that technology to be able to predict tornadoes and get even a more accurate prediction. In the wedding profession that I'm in, we use these small hot air balloons. A lot of brides will have all their guests go outside and light them and have them float up in a memoriam of people in their life who've passed away. So we use it in that aspect. We look at online banking. There are some people who don't use it. totally get that. But for the most part, many of us, it's just second nature. We want to pay a bill, we just go online, we log in, we pay our bills, we do online banking, we shop on Amazon and on eBay and live our life online. And that started in the 1980s. And were there a lot of people skeptical about it? Are there hackers out there that will hack? There's always someone out there trying to find a way to break into something and to use it in nefarious means or to steal things. There's always going to be that. But then there's always firewalls and that kind of thing to make things, safe. And then I started thinking about my profession. No, not network marketing. That is also one of my professions, but our DJ profession. And I started thinking about it and I wondered, has it been around forever? So I Googled it. And actually, a guy by the name of, and I learned something new today, and so I'm going to write it down, Roger Squire, in 1966 in the UK, actually started mobile discotheques and had a team of 15 who were doing mobile discos. And from there, it just sort of blew up. And now we have associations across the world that help the Mobile DJ Association and members who are making a career out of that. Now, when Roger Squire first started doing mobile discotheques, do you think he ever dreamt, well, maybe he did have the vision, that at some point in time, DJs out there in the world were going to be able to actually earn a living, not just be part-time, but they would actually be able to earn a living being a mobile DJ and get paid what they're worth. And Mark Farrell is famous for talking about getting paid what you're worth. Not just a few $100s. We have DJs in the profession who are making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 per an event and supporting their families with a mobile DJ professional service. Something that in 1966 was probably unheard of. So when we look at what it is that I do when it comes to network marketing, when it comes to direct sales, it's something we do already. We already do word of mouth marketing. I don't really like to, not that I don't like to use, but I prefer to use the word of mouth marketing. If I go out for an awesome restaurant and I have it's off the hook, the meal was amazing, I'm going to tell my friends, you need to go to this restaurant. Holy crap, it was amazing. Or if I saw an amazing movie, like I'm hearing Wonder Woman is amazing, I want to go see it. Now, I only have heard that because other people have seen it. Again, it is word of mouth marketing. That's what we do. I'm not trying to force you to do something. I'm not trying to force you to buy something. Honest to goodness, my only wish in anything I do, whether it's to recommend a movie, recommend a restaurant, tell you the type of vehicle that I really love. We drive a town and country, and I love my vehicle. If there's a specific clothing line I really like, or I think is, just anything, hair products, shampoo, the flat iron that I use, like my girlfriends this weekend did my hair when I was down there. And my first question was like, oh my God, what mousse and hairspray are you using? Because that stuff's amazing. Word of mouth marketing, right? So they're not forcing me to buy anything. All they're simply doing is showing you and sharing some information with you, with me. I get to then decide if this is something that I believe is right for me. Is it something that I can use? Is it something that's going to benefit me in some way or another? God gave us free choice and free will for that specific reason. We get to look at any information, whether it's something that we're actually out there looking for specifically, or something that's been brought to our attention that, hey, you know what, this is working really awesome for me. You might like it too. I mean, this is what you're doing. I think it might be of interest to you. Here's some information. If it's for you, awesome. If it's not, you know what, I love you anyway. I love you regardless if it's something for you or not. And I love the fact that you looked at it, or that you heard me out, or you reviewed it, or you read the review of the movie, or you went to the restaurant and maybe you had a bad experience, or you didn't enjoy the movie as much as I did. You got to check it out and make your own decision. So that's what I wanted to just sort of talk about, is what is the wall that you're standing behind? You know, so many times we are given an opportunity to step outside the wall, and maybe stepping outside the wall doesn't always work. Maybe sometimes we fall flat on our face, but then we get back up and try again. Nothing good comes from sitting behind a wall. And I speak from personal experience. I stayed behind a wall for a very long time. I had a wall around me. I didn't let people in. And I remember Dr. Phil talking about, you know, you're doing more damage to yourself by staying behind the wall. So walk in front of it. Step outside in front of the wall and try something new and see what happens. See if it works. Edison tried it. The Wright brothers tried it. Roger Squire tried it in 1966 for us DJs, thankfully. Maybe if it hadn't been him, it would have been somebody else. And other people have built on that and grown from that. And when we look at network marketing or word of mouth sales, that goes back to the time, like to the beginning of time. There's always been people peddling their wares, stuff that they have for sale, whether it was learning how to do medicines way back then, and there were like little medicine people that would go around in the carts. You see them on TV all the time. They used to do that, and people needed help with sicknesses and stuff like that. They could get it there. Or farmers selling what it was that they were doing. There's always been people selling it, and there's always been people out there in need of what we have for sale.
Let me out! I'm stuck in your pocket.
Oh, look, my little guy is activated again. Ha, Laura, he's stuck in my pocket. I turned it back on because I missed him, and you made me turn him off when I was in Dallas. So anyway, that's what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today, is just to think about things a little bit different. Do you have stinking thinking, and are you stuck on the other side of the wall? And what would happen if you stepped in front of it? And you just look at the history of where we've come from and where we are and where we're continuing to go. So, because I know there are people out there that are staunchly adamant about, no, I'm not doing it this way, and no, I don't want to do online banking because they have their fears. That's okay. There are people who don't want to use Facebook either. Surprisingly enough, I talked to so many people this past week in Dallas when I was there, and we would want to connect, and I would, especially my Lyft drivers, you know, are you on Facebook? Oh, no, not on Facebook. Way too much drama. Apparently in Texas, there's a lot of drama on Facebook. Can't really figure out why. One gentleman told me a lot of times it has to do with relationships, and why are you on Facebook with her, and you know, whether it's relationship drama or political drama. There's a lot of people not on Facebook in Texas, and that's their choice. They get to do that. They get to decide whether or not it's right for them. Right down to the way we eat, right? So we all have choices. We all just want to share information with each other because we want to help each other. And you get to decide what's right for you. So I am grateful for the Wright brothers for creating an airplane, because even though I had to wait for 6 hours, I still love flying. And when I'm not in the air flying somewhere and I see a plane go by, I get sad because I want to be up in the sky. I want to be flying. So that is something I just wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that you have a beautiful Wednesday so far. It looks like it's a nice day. There's blue skies outside, and I am feeling much better. My throat doesn't hurt, and I can talk, as you can hear. So I think I was just overtired from my amazing trip to Dallas. So I will catch you guys all later. If you have any questions, if you want to chat, you know, you can always reach out to me, private message me on Facebook. I love making new friends. And if you think that you have any friends that could benefit from hearing what I chatted about today, please share the Facebook Live video. And I will catch you on the next one. I'm going to be doing these more and more often, so I look forward to connecting with all of you guys. We'll chat with you later. Bye.